People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of Seven on Twitter and YouTube, people are elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located purplebutterfly-soaps.myshopify.com, my blog, purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And you probably see the little yellow paper in the back that says People of Seven. Yeah, that's to prevent people from stealing my videos because it's been brought to my attention that someone has tried to do that. So there is a watermark on every video, but now there's my name right there. I have commissioned one of my neighbors to do a proper um, banner for me. It's going to have a big old butterfly and People of Seven right across the middle of it. And it's going to go where that yellow tag is. So, in case you're wondering, you know. And then I found out that the reason why everything was in reverse when it comes to letters, there's this part on my settings that says selfie flip. And I had clicked that thinking it would reverse text, and come to find out it flips but not text. So I disabled that function, and now even though I see it in reverse on the viewfinder, when it's played back, I already double checked, you could read it in the correct format. So that setting is going to stay. In the meantime, the box braids. Someone asked me, how do I maintain them so long? Because, you know, the hair's braided up, so forth, so on. You can't wash your hair like that. I said, yes, I can. I wash my hair every day. So they wanted to know what exactly to do. Okay, when I take a shower, I go ahead and lather up my scalp the way I normally would. I don't worry about the ends of the hair because that hair is synthetic, but I do make sure that my scalp stays clean because hair don't grow on a dirty scalp. And one of the reasons for the protective style and, you know, the long length of braids being in the hair is to promote hair growth. In between washing my hair, excuse me, and conditioning my hair, I also have a maintenance routine involving water and oil because curly hair needs oil. There's no way around that. Whether your hair is braided, whether your hair is down, you have to have that hydration. And then you also have to be able to seal in that moisture. For that, I use oil. When my hair is down, I might use oil, I might use conditioner, I might use hair grease. A lot of times I use my 14-in-1 moisturizer. Well, that's a little heavy when the hair is in braids. Plus, you don't want to go past where the natural hair ends because then you're putting that product on synthetic hair, which is not going to be beneficial to, and that wastes the product, and that stuff is expensive. So what do we do instead? Water, oil. This is my hair oil. There's a recipe a few videos back. This version has olive oil, fenugreek, coriander, and flaxseed, along with basil oil. I think I threw some ginger in there, and there's also some peppermint. This is just plain water. Nope, that's incorrect. I dumped this in there, which is a hair serum, and water, distilled water. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? As you can tell, I cut it, and basically you could comb through, you know, the synthetic hair and all. Um, some brands of hair will tangle when you do that. Mine doesn't, but I'm gonna show you the secret to it. Take the braids, get to the roots, and pull down, and that will release some of the tangles. See? Now, if I try to go like this through the base of the hair, that may or may not tangle. But if I go to where the roots are and then pull, it's separating where each individual hair is, or each individual braid rather. See? So that's how I manage to keep it detangled. I just give it a pull where those tangles would occur, because I'm not trying to detangle at the base. I'm going where the root is, because each one of those braids is separation. So when I go like that, I'm separating those hairs. And there might be one or two strands that want to be friendly with each other, but for the most part, that's how I keep it detangled. So when you get one that wants to tangle like that, you get to the root, get your fingers in there, and pull. And that keeps it detangled. So, how do I do the daily maintenance? Well, glad you asked. First thing you want to do is get a spray bottle. A continuous spray bottle would be better, but if you only have the kind that you pump, use that. But you want to get water at the root and through where your natural hair is. You don't even have to worry about where your hair ends. And I'm going to show you. I braid it down to where my natural hair ends, and this is all synthetic. So basically I'm spraying the braids. Okay? Now, hold on. First let me make sure I just refilled this. So grab it and keep spraying until the roots are completely wet. This is much easier when I'm not thinking about it. If you're not sure you got a section, just go by what you feel, because you can feel the water at your scalp. And just keep doing that until all the hair has been sprayed. If that means you go over a couple of sections twice, hey, it's just water. Just for good measure, get the front and the nape. Okay. Now, massage that water in, so that way the water can get to where your hair ends. And just to be sure of that, smooth it down. That way you know the moisture is getting in there. At that point, you can spray the synthetic hair, because that helps in the detangling process. Okay. I love this continuous spray bottle. You don't have to keep going like this, making your hands all sore and fatigued. You just spray it, and it has a long spray. It says continuous, but their ideal continuous and my ideal continuous are two entirely different concepts. When I say continuous, I mean hold it, it keeps spraying until I release. Their ideal continuous is you spray it and it's a long spray and then it eventually stops. I'll show you what I mean. See, it stopped. Now, if it was truly a continuous spray, as long as my hand is depressed, it will continue to spray out. You see what I'm saying? It stopped. It basically stops in 2 seconds. But it is a long spray, and that does suit my purposes. Okay. Now, the next thing I do, after I smooth all the water in, and I can tell where the water has gone and where it finished. So I'm really sure that my natural hair has been sprayed, which means it's been moisturized. Then I take my hair oil and I literally just go through the parts that I put in there when I did the hair. And the sections that doesn't have a straight part, oil goes wherever it's directed. So I just keep going until I basically run out of sections to oil. You see what I'm saying? Now, since I actually oiled my hair yesterday, I'm not real worried about it. But in the meantime, I pour some oil in my hand. And then I just smooth that on all of the hair. So that way, it gets to the ends where the synthetic hair and the natural hair meet. And that's when I do what I just told you about, get to the roots and pull. Get to the roots and pull. That brings all of the water, the oil, the nutrients imparted down the shaft of the hair. I mean, you don't have to worry about the synthetic part, but I do like making sure it stays detangled. So that way, when I do put a brush through it or a comb through it, I don't have to worry about it doing the frizz, flare thing. Because we don't like frizz to flare. And that helps refresh the curls that I put on the ends of the hair. Now, when I do brush it out, I use my cosmology comb, which, just like my natural hair, detangles all the frizz, but because this is synthetic hair, it's not going to curl back up when I add water. So basically, I would have to re-braid it, re-dip it, so forth and so on. So to maintain, I just do what you just say me do, get to the root and pull, so that way it separates all of the frizz. So that way it stays together in curl bunches instead of frizzing out into, I'm going to act like regular hair and frizz because I got brushed. So yeah, that is basically it. So yeah. And then the next thing I do, because I'm a stickler for overkill when it comes to moisturization, I just go over it, all of it, with water. Mainly I do that because it feels good. I can feel that right on my scalp. There we go. And then I put it in my bonnet, so that way it's ready for sleeping. And if you don't have a big bonnet, you might want to go for a scarf. But yeah, I have a long hair bonnet. This is actually a double-sided long hair bonnet, so there's a different pattern on the other side. This is the one that I put a new casing of it to cover the elastic, but that turned out to be sewn too snugly and then it wouldn't stretch. So I took that off. I'm going to put just a new, well, I wouldn't say elastic, some stretchy or satin type fabric, so that way it doesn't snag my hair. But to put on a long bonnet, you want to make sure that the bottom part is facing behind you. Personally, I just like getting my hand in there so that way I could grab. So that way when I get to the back of my hair, where I have that ponytail, I bring my hair all the way down, and then I just pull this completely over. You'll see why that's important in a minute. See? Now, all my hair is now in the bonnet. That took, what, 2 seconds? A lot of people will put on a long hair bonnet by putting all the hair in and then tucking. And if you just went through trouble to detangle the hair, especially if it's your natural hair, when you're doing this, now you're introducing tangles because curly hair is friendly hair. So one set of curls, see another set of curls, and they clump together, and now you got a tangle. This ensures that the hair is in there without being tangled, and then you just take your fingers and separate the hair from the ponytail format that you had it in. So that way, see, it all moves just like my hair would if it was loose, except for it is now in this protective casing. So yeah, that's how I maintain it. Basically, the moisture and the oil lasts for about 2 or 3 days because that's how long my hair lasts when I don't have it braided. You know, it gets dry rather quickly, I guess because it's high porosity. But when people have low porosity hair, they can moisturize and it might stay moisturized for a week. However your hair responds, that's how your hair responds. You can't go by my measurements of moisture levels because my hair is different from your hair. You know, so basically pay attention to how your hair handles moisture, and that's the time frame you would use to refresh. And that being said, that's how I do it. This has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located PurpleButterfly Soaps.myshopify.com. Whoa, wait a minute. My soaps located Purple Butterfly. I just had a brain fart, as you can tell. This has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. I do crack me up. My soaps located at PurpleButterfly Soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly People.blogspot.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now. I gotta go eat something. When my sugar levels get low, my brain goes by, as you can tell. So, y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye now.